This always makes me laugh because it's like real life. Like, oh no, I put my sticker on top of something else. Doesn't that feel like real life? Thankfully, there's an undo button there. Hi friends, it's Mary from Aforementioned Thoughts, and I wanted to bring you along with me as I decorate my planner for this upcoming week. I do plan digitally. I use an iPad Pro, an iPad Pencil, and GoodNotes, which is an app for the iPad. And I scanned my happy planner that I had for the year, which is what I'm using. I'll add a link to that video below if you want to learn more about that. Just going to bring you along with me, and I'll talk during some of it. Some of it I probably won't. So if you have any questions specifically about what I am doing, just let me know, and I will be happy to cover it in a future plan with me, so that you can learn how to digitally plan too if you're interested, or just in how the whole system works. So when I started doing my stickers, what I did was I sort of cut out several and put them on a separate sheet like this. And I'm not sure that that's a bad idea, but like I don't use the same ones necessarily over and over. But I also hate to take the time to sort of crop around them and not use them again, not have them easily used without taking the time to cut around them. So, what I have decided to do currently, just while I'm figuring out my best system, is just sort of paste them on the page that they're on. So, and then I'm going to try to put some bookmarks and things in later to organize them, but right now I'm just doing a big dump on these sticker pages, and then I'll organize them later. Kind of like adding them to a binder or an envelope and then going back in, putting them in later. So let me see there. So I made my own little weekly habits checklist to use, and I just copied up and cut around it and put a copy on the same page. So I'm not sure which system that I'm going to go with going forward. That's just what I decided to try for a while and see if I like it or not. Do you have a system that you use if you digitally plan? Let me know in the comments below, because that is one thing that I just love seeing what other people do as far as that goes. Let's see. We'll just put those. Let's put a couple lines in case there's something weekly I need to do. And then I also need my daily habits. So these are weekly habits that I need to make sure I do sometime in the week, but it doesn't have to be an exact day. I just want to make sure it's a weekly habit, and I really like visually checking off a habit checker. I guess I need to pick which sticker pack I want to use this week before I pick a color of a habit tracker, so let me decide on that. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Curious George pack. My little girl has been loving some Curious George lately, and so that is, we're just gonna go with it. I think he is so adorable. I'm not sure if you all have ever watched Curious George. I didn't necessarily want to like Curious George. My little girl started watching him just because he came on before Daniel Tiger, who I do really like. But I didn't really want to like Curious George. He was never one of my childhood guys. And so I don't know, I had a idea in my head of what I thought he was going to be. A little dated and a little cheesy, but really the episodes are not very dated on PBS currently. And it's a really cute story. Like, my husband and I actually really both like them as far as children's activities go. There are a few shows that I do like, and there are a few shows that I try to encourage her not to watch just because I don't want to watch it 25 million times. So I do really like Curious George. He's one of our favorites. Um, my hubby has come home more than once and had me go, "Oh, you won't believe what happened on Curious George today. What a cute little story." Um, and I do feel like it's things that she learns from, so things that I learned from as well. So I learned how maple syrup's made. I've learned different things like that. So that's going to be our theme because it makes me think of my sweet little girl while I'm planning. I do wish there was like a nudge feature in GoodNotes. Does anyone else wish that? So another thing that I do in my this paper digital planner is I try to record a picture of my little girl each day. That is one of the another little memory keeping thing that feels like a great thing to do in here. I do Project Life. I actually do digital Project Life. Um, I do a week spread each week, and then I print it off for the year. However, there are a lot of like little things that like I don't really think my family needs to um, see, you know, 15 years from now. But there are little things that recording it down, makes me smile, and also looking back and um, on it myself is something that I think will be fun. Um, so little things like that, or just things to make me smile as I look back on the year. Uh, they are things that maybe I might put in my project life, but I may not. So they go in the planner. So that's what I'm going to do down here is with the remember. And what I love about um, things that digital planning is letting me do is I love that it's just letting me sort of experiment and try new things and see what I like. I'm already, um, you know, tried a lot of different techniques, and some I like and I take with me, like the habit tracker, and it's actually expanded to other things. Um, Others I like, but I'm not going to use every week, that sort of thing. I feel like not actually having to print out or buy the stamps, that sort of thing, um, helps me feel like I have more freedom. Helps me feel like I have more freedom to try new things, and I know that's just all a mindset thing. Um, but that's just a little bit about what I'm finding helpful in that. How I use my section is, my most important things to do up here, and then a little bit of memory keeping down here. So I put things I did in our dinner, and then some more memory keeping down here, where I put a picture for the day. That's typically how my layouts have been going so far. And then over here, I put things that need to get done for the week. And so that's where I'm putting my habits regularly right now because it seems to be working best. One thing that does drive me super crazy in GoodNotes so far is how you have to like pretty much find the menu where you need to do whatever. So, like, it doesn't make sense that you have to like go to a different area to get back to cropping as opposed to the other changes you can make within that menu, in my opinion. Um, so that is a challenge, and it's not a huge challenge, it's not a deal breaker. But it is something that I kind of consider a frustration. So it does get easier with time because you feel more natural, I guess, with it. So if you are frustrated by that, know that it does get easier with time. However, it you're okay. Like, it makes sense if you're frustrated by it, in my opinion, because it just means it's that much longer to learn the software. Overall, I really do like GoodNotes, but I don't think there's anybody who uses GoodNotes who wouldn't say that it has some flaws along the way. Typically, when I'm doing little checkoffs like these, I typically do 5 if it doesn't already come with something. 5 just seems like a good number. Sometimes I have more that I need to make sure I do. Not all my tasks are in here because, I work in an online business and all of my tasks are actually in the digital task manager, Remember the Milk, that I mentioned in another video, so I will paste that below if you're interested in learning more about Remember the Milk. It's a great system, it really is. And it works wonderfully for like reoccurring things like paying the bills, where I don't want, I don't have to remember to go write it back down on a different date. It also works great for my work tasks and things like that. Like, it works amazing for that. The only thing, like, just things around the house, I tend to, I guess, put them off. I'm not sure what goes on in my brain, but something about sort of writing them down and moving them each week does help me feel more productive in those things. So, like, um, just personal things that, they're not totally urgent, but things that it would be helpful if I got done. So, or things that I need to remember. I don't know. Maybe it's more fun to look at my planner. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But um, that's why I do these little tasks. So these are like kind of like my most important things around the house. Not during my entire day, but just around the house, that sort of thing. So this awesome sticker set, by the way, it is by Victoria Thatcher, and it is free. So you can just go to her website and search for it. And this is designed for the large happy planner, but she does give awesome, awesome directions on how to print them, like what size to print them out for other planners. That's one thing that's super great about hers. So if you are a paper planner, just kind of checking out the digital world, what you can do is, try these out and print them at the size you need for your planner. Okay, and so the final thing I do when I am doing sort of a prep for the week is I pick a pen color, and I think for this week I'm going with black. That's actually what I went with last week, but I think it really fits with Curious George week. And then I pick a highlight color. Yeah, I think that looks the most like banana yellow, and so we'll just try it out here. Oh yeah, that looks great, doesn't it? Okay. So I do that so that I can make sure that they're in my presets so that I can easily hit them during the week, especially when I'm like filling in my habit tracker and things like that. So the only other thing I need to do is put in my habits I'm going to be tracking, which the dishes, I've been working on making sure I do the dishes every single day, and it is just a really great habit that I'm loving so far, really helping our family. Declutter, I want to make sure I'm decluttering things every single day. That is my goal for the year, is to get out things we don't need, and then tracking, just keeping track of things in the day. So that is it. It's a little busy this week, but It feels right for a Curious George week. So that will be my template to start the week, and we'll see how things go. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to watch more Digital Plan With Me videos, please hit the subscribe button below, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a blessed day. Bye-bye.